Good afternoon, everyone. Sharice Jervis Hill here, president and founder of Events to Remember and PR to Remember. And this is going to be a super fun episode. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it as I look at Juan Delgado Martinez. He is our
Oh,
guest today. He is the founder of Delgado, New York. Can't wait to hear all about this. He is also the co-founder of FNO Westchester. How are you today? So happy to have
I'm,
you here.
it's my pleasure to be here. I'm very excited. Been waiting for this interview. So I'm excited to hear all the questions and just open up about what entrepreneurship means to me
Of course,
and
of
share a
course.
cup of coffee with you as well.
Yes. All right, so let's kick off with the cheers. So cheers to you, my friend.
Cheers.
This is my first cup, so I'm a little mellow right now, but as we get
Mm.
going, I'll definitely get going because
Kicks
I
in.
run on caffeine. Now, what about you? What cup is that for you
Yes,
today?
I do. So for me, I'm Dominican. It's my heritage. I drink my coffee Bustelo in black.
Oh,
If I want to treat myself, I go towards maybe a cappuccino, but I like my coffee black with one sugar.
one
What about yours?
sugar. Mine, so I'm kind of a wimp. I don't do any sugar, but I do cream, half and half. So
Mm.
my mother, it's funny, she would say with coffee, she would say, she would look at my cup and say, have some coffee with your milk. So
It's a good pairing.
yes, yes. All right, so let's get into it because I'm really excited to hear about your journey. So let's start there. Tell us about your journey and how you got started. And then, so you have two companies. You can break them up however you want. If you want to, maybe start with Delgado, New York, and then F&O or vice versa, whatever. Just take us down that journey.
Oh, perfect. A good timeline. So I'm going to start with Delgado, New York. That's been, that company has been my dream since I've been a child. I've
Mm,
always been an artist. I've always been a dreamer. Growing up in a more conservative home
hmm
without getting to know the world that much, I've always been a lover for art, culture. I would always just be studying and getting to know different artists and different ways to express myself. So
hmm
I found refuge in drawing.
mm
So I've been doing it since I don't even know, so many years since I was younger. But towards my more high school, I took a trade program called BOCES,
hmm
which recommended by Dr. Cheryl Burton, which worked at the school. She was like, Juan, you love art. Look at this program. So it was like literally a trade school in high school. So I would go and study fashion.
hmm
And, coming from a low income family, it was so amazing that I would get a chance to explore my talent and not limit myself. So
hmm
that was the building blocks. The company wasn't titled yet. It was just a dream. It was a dream in my manifesto. So from there, I learned my style of art, how to draw, how to sketch, and how to really get a piece together.
hmm
There, it took years. It was dormant.
hmm
It was dormant, but and then also I took other paths like modeling and doing other things that were still involved in fashion, styling, and
Yep.
helping direct photo shoots.
hmm
Then moving forward, this is the pandemic.
mm
A lot of people were affected. It was a very hard time in just the world in general.
hmm
And being in lockdown, I was like, wait, am I gonna waste my time? I started sketching. I could tell you I've sketched over 2,000 designs.
Wow.
Any type of idea. The collections range from the American Post Office to my new one coming out, the Wild West,
Ah.
to somehow we make it to Mars. It just depends that moment that I'm feeling and I like to express it. If I'm
hmm
sad, you're going to see it in my color palette for the designs in
hmm
the most elegant and sensual way possible. So from there, we're locked down. I start sketching. Then I get a business coach. I was like, wait, I'm an artist, but I don't know anything about business. How does one go through this? So I contacted this amazing woman, which was another pivot moment, which was Barbara Sassim. She
hmm
coaches young entrepreneurs, and I took her master class, and it really. changed my life, opened my company, and she really tapped into a part of me. I was like, wait, wow, wait, I am a businessman. I am an entrepreneur. Has
Mm-hmm.
been in me all along.
Mm-hmm.
So from there, I just opened the company and made it a possibility to start showcasing my pieces. And immediately, which never really happens, I applied to be part of the store in Soho, which is called Flying Solo, that
Mm-hmm.
only the top of international designers get in. So just this boy from Santo Domingo applies. No money for production, working in the service industry,
Mm.
bartending, and doing private events. I was ballsy enough to put myself into the front of the line and compete with people from France, Brazil, and all over the world, and I got in.
Yay.
That was uh, that was an extreme pivotal moment in my life. That it was like, you know what? A bit of delusion does get you along the way. Was I ready for production for a store in Soho? No. Did I make it happen? Yes.
You
Those
did, of
extra
course.
hours, those extra shifts,
Yeah.
those sleepless nights. Production, never done production. There was money spent, money lost, money gained,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't change it for the world because it's for my dream.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, like from scams to this, I was like, nothing is gonna stop you when you just have that vision.
Mm-hmm.
There could be little setbacks, but
Of
never
course.
give up.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I love, and I know you're not done, but I love your story. I mean, a couple of things that kind of stood out for me, right? Number one, BOCES. I love that like BOCES was the exposure for you, where it's like because
mhm.
people talk about these different programs, and that's why it's so important to have these different trades so that students can see and the exposure. I talk about the exposure all the
Yeah.
time, you
Hmm.
know?
And just they do their thing. Because sometimes for me, like I told you, growing up in a more conservative home that I
Mhm.
didn't have much knowledge of the world,
Yeah.
it was something that they would take me to the garment district.
I love it.
My mom couldn't take off of work to do that for me, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So when she saw us in that program, she was very happy for me. She would always encourage me. She'd always like, show me what you're drawing next.
I love it. I mean, that's one of those things where exposure, we talk about that all the time. And I talk about that in my journey.
Yeah.
I grew up in the South Bronx and for events, I remember when I worked at Booz Allen Hamilton part-time. It was like an after-school co-op program, and they had their holiday party at the Guggenheim Museum. And girl from the South Bronx going to the Guggenheim for an event, and I'm like, I didn't even know you could have events in a museum. So and here it is, X number of years later, and we plan events of that size. So it
That's
really is
amazing.
about the exposure. So I love that. I also love that you talked about the color palette, that expression, how your mood is feeling and how that comes out in your pieces. I think that's amazing because then you have a way of really expressing yourself when you're going through ups and downs. So that's something that kind of stood out to me.
And it also reflects just humanity.
Hmm.
Because with a lot of the new stuff I'm doing is humanity could never be left from art. Because
Mm.
I did a contrasting project infusing AI and old contemporary wear. So it's just like, really the clash. So for me, it's like never lose the feeling. A computer could never have the feelings that somebody's going to give to you. It's something you could resonate with. So I
Hmm.
feel when you, with my designs, people are like, I feel this, like the piece is going to speak to you. It
Mm.
becomes something more than just an item of clothing, which that's why we also do small batch production, no
Mm.
mass producing, and attention to detail. Because it's back to that old school tailoring, that you value that piece that you could give down to your granddaughter. I got
Hmm.
this dress that meant something to me because I felt an emotion when I purchased.
Yeah. I love
That's what we wanted to create.
I love it, love it, love it. And I love the resiliency and I love the fact that you stepped out there to apply for the store in Soho. And that's what
Hmm.
entrepreneurship is about. You're not going to always be ready, but you can't wait for a perfect time. There never is a
There's never.
perfect time.
Mm-mm.
It's never going to happen. You just have to step out there and do it. So I love that
And
you shared that story.
and then also as an entrepreneur, don't psych yourself out. Don't look too much at your competition. Create your lane and go. towards your lane.
Amen.
I could have done my research on all these amazing fashion houses that are there, but I was like, this is my world. This is what I have to offer.
Yes.
I'm competing with myself and what I want to do next and what I'm going to bring to the table, which I think that's
Amen.
with entrepreneurship. That's the only way you're going to keep that risk taking.
It's true. I say
Mhm.
that all the time. Stay in your own lane. Worry about when,
Mhm.
worry about what you're focusing on. So awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So now let's talk about FNO Westchester. Tell us about FNO and how you got
Yeah.
started there.
So FNO Westchester came about. Well, I have a really close friend that I worked with at Hudson Social, which is a local restaurant over here. She
Mm-hmm.
bartended, she managed. And on top of that, she saw my passion for fashion, how some would say. We're
Mm-hmm.
sitting at our local bar having some Sauvignon Blancs. We're like, Juan, why don't we throw a fashion show? This is 2023. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, you know what? I am. That's when I was cooking the collection for Soho. I was like, yeah, you know what? I think I have a collection. So we did this show and then we took it to the next level. It's not just fashion. How is my business going to impact society and the world and
Mm-hmm.
lives? So we decided to open F&O Westchester, which became an event production company for fashion events that give back to society. The
Mm-hmm.
most vulnerables. We've paired with Paul's Cross in Alsford, feeding Westchester.
Mm-hmm.
And we really try to get the community together. We built a community spot of fashionistas, people who just want to drink, people who love cuisine, and people who love a curated boutique shopping experience.
Nice.
So
Love.
in that sense, and then with her name is Colleen Cushman. Her forte was pretty much she does events and amazing artisan cocktails. So we've used fashion and cuisine and everything together. So it became a melting pot. Like we like to say, the Dominican Republic, a sancocho, all the meats are in one. And that it's just, it's been 3 years, but it's been such a great trip to be with somebody who really balances me.
Mm-hmm.
And as well, our team keeps expanding. We've
Mm-hmm.
had literally four sold out shows at 200 plus people.
Nice.
And it was something also with entrepreneurship. When the idea came to us, we walked to the venue. It's called Hutco,
Mm-hmm.
which is where we met
I know
the
Hudco.
amazing,
Hi Hudco team, if you're
yeah,
watching.
love you guys. We met Christy and
Mm-hmm.
Christina. I mean, like amazing women. I pitched them what we were trying to do with the space, and we just all fell in love with each other. We fell in love with each other. We have the same aesthetic. We
Mm-hmm.
have the attention to detail to create beautiful events. So
Awesome.
from there, we've just been working together for the last 3 years since it come. And
Awesome.
then on top of that, with F&O, we thought more. When you are an entrepreneur, it's like, yeah, I'm here right now, but what are we doing next?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which is when Kim Kasmarek came to me. I will have to say, tell people, oh, this came on my desk. I have no desk. I'm everywhere. So it was Kim Kasmarek. She worked with differently abled young kids when I was in school in Sleepy Hollow High School.
Mm-hmm.
She opened a coffee shop that hires them and trains them. When
Mm-hmm.
she came to me with with a project, Juan, how can we create something that could fundraise? She has a waiting list of over 90 kids that graduate high
Mm-hmm.
school that don't have the chance to get a job. It becomes difficult. So we decided to create the Sleepy Coffee 2 Gala for Good.
Oh, love
So
that.
we had that recently in September, and it was a beautiful fundraiser. And Delgado, New York, got to dress the models.
Fun.
But just getting a glimpse of me, you know that wasn't enough. So I gathered all my fashion connections. I brought Lena Enriquez, which is an amazing Colombian handbag designer, to come from the city and do a workshop. And the kids painted their own leather bags. So it was amazing. And then we had Melissa from A Design come in and help them
God,
create their
love Melissa.
jewelries.
Hey, Melissa.
Yes.
All of my fun people you're
I
mentioning.
mean, it's such a community. So they made their own jewelry, they made their own handbags, they painted on them, and then I gave them a class on how to freehand sketch with their emotions. with pen and paper. I told them
Wow.
sometimes when it's not about talking, just draw it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. So from there, they got their workshop before the runway. And I also brought in a model coach. These
Oh,
kids were like, you just went over
oh
the
my
top.
gosh. I'm sure that I
So,
wish I
yeah,
was there. That sounds like that
yeah.
was so, so fun.
So
Oh
the
my God.
model coach, Veronica, she literally helped them scrub the runway. She's a New York City model. She's done fashion weeks. It was like, I was like, wow, this is amazing. And
Uh,
for me, from there, I pivoted and created a combination t-shirt to fundraise for them. Delgado, New York, times Sleepy Coffee too. So we raised a good amount of money selling the t-shirts, and I got to give back to the community from Delgado, New York, and FNL.
I love it.
Um,
I love it.
be extra, do more. You know,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'm tired. I'm like, there's always a better day. Tomorrow is always better.
Smart. Yeah, just
Sometimes I'm like, I
yeah,
put too much on
rest.
my plate,
But
but I'm
but
like,
it's the impact. I mean, everything that you're
mm,
doing is impacting lives, and I love that.
yeah.
So it's,
And so people were like, can you handle doing this event? Because the week before that, I was premiering at Fashion Week, New
I
York
know
Fashion
you
Week.
had we got to talk about Fashion Week. I want
Yes.
to I want to hit on Fashion Week for sure because I'm sure you have some good nuggets to
So
share.
September was intense for me. I saw people I was dressed in the mud, but I came out swinging.
Oh, I can't wait. All right, before we go into Fashion Week, I want to find out what sets you apart from others that are in your industry. I mean, I everything you kind of talked about your give back, but I want you
Yeah.
to answer what do you feel sets you apart from others that are kind of in your industry?
So what sets me apart more as a human, getting away also from the brand, is just genuine care. I do stuff because I love it. I do stuff because of a passion. Sometimes there's no monetary gain for me, but it's just because I wanted to do it. And I feel
Hmm.
when you live life with intent, that sets you apart because you're being your authentic self, and there's only one you.
Yes.
When you, like I told you, when you start looking at other people or mimic other designers or mimic other houses, you won't have an authentic design company. When you look at my pieces, you're like, that's Juan Delgado. There is that heritage. You're going to see some ruffles there. You're going to see my Hispanic culture at full display. And I think that's what truly sets me apart, being authentic.
I love that.
Being,
Being you.
hmm
Love that. All right. So I want to talk about Fashion Week. So I want to find out what's new with you. You talked about just your journey and different projects that you've worked on, but what's new? And I'm sure in what's new, Fashion Week is going to come up. So let us
So we just did September Fashion Week, which I wanted to give people kind of like, how do I say it in English? Like a resume of what we've done so far in the company. So I did
Okay.
Delgado's greatest hits. There
Oh.
was there was no new designs, but I wanted people to just be see my aesthetic. So when I got the email from the Transparency Group, which is called All Snap Production, they're
Hmm.
like, "We like your style. We want to feature you in our runway show." I was like, "Yeah, I'm in." So from there, but this fashion show was like no one I've done before.
Hmm.
There was theatrics, and they gave us scenes. So
Hmm.
when they pitched the scenes to me, I had to interpret it the way I saw it. I was like, you can't give me a scene with Ring the Alarm, Beyonce, and me not make a crazy
Oh
show.
my gosh.
So I went into, even though I have the looks made, I went into sketching. I kind of did like the femme fatale story.
Mm.
Beautiful woman comes out with a bloody 36-foot veil to open the show. And then two detectives follow her, but she ends up being not guilty towards the end of that scene. So we transition to strong female looks, a bit of parody, we had extreme gloves. And then she was carrying Lena Enriquez's bag. So it's like, is the murder weapon in the bag? Why is the veil like I wanted the people seeing there to kind of question what was going on. It
Mhm.
wasn't just a boring show of people just parading back and forth. It was storytelling, which is what I thrive
Oh, love it.
in.
So fun.
And the models felt so empowered. That's how you know you're truly creating something good and authentic. They love their pieces. embodied that feeling of towel. It
Hmm.
was like chef's kiss. I was
Ah,
obsessed.
oh my goodness. So exciting. All right. So I could sit here and talk to you all day, but we both have to get back to work. So we're going to hit on my last question and my favorite question. So, you know about the entrepreneur journey. You've been through ups and downs. What advice would you share? And this could be someone who's new thinking about starting a business, but nervous, or someone who's been in business for a while and kind of hitting a rough patch. Like, what advice would you share with those folks?
So I want to say starting a business, really follow your heart, follow your intuition, do your research just in a way it's applicable to you, not in a research to compare with the competition just yet. And all you have to do is just start.
Start.
You're not going to have all your ducks in a row. There's going to be ups and downs, but you have to just start. That's my advice to the person who wants to get started. Just
Hmm.
start.
Yeah.
There's nothing to lose. Just keep going. And then for anybody who's already in it and there's rough patches, it's just perseverance will always win. Not every day is going to be the best day, but as long as you stay true to your vision, that's what's really you're the one carrying your company. Your team could only do so much. You have to just add a little bit of delusion to it,
Hmm.
and you'll get ahead.
Love it.
So a lot of people, there's many setbacks, but and also just a positive outlook.
Hmm.
That's what I give to the people already in it, fighting and stuff like that. Just
Yeah.
try to stay as positive. And I know it's easier said than done, but I think with manifesting it, sometimes it might feel you might be faking
Hmm.
but you have to tell your body and your brain, and they will follow suit, and you'll just perform better.
Yeah. I love that. Great advice, both of those scenarios.
Mhm.
So, thank you so much for being here. This was so fun. I knew it was going to be fun. This was so, so fun. Thank you for being here. And for those of you that that are new to Coffee with Cher, we have a YouTube now, so make sure that you guys subscribe where you can see all of the episodes. If you're listening on Spotify, iHeartRadio, any of those fun ones, make sure that you stay connected with us. So, Mr. Delgado, where can everyone find you? Give us the details so they can go and check out and shop and all that fun stuff.
Yes. So thank you for the opportunity. I want to say you can find us on DelgadoNewYork.com. Our
Okay.
collection's already ready for sale, and we have the t-shirts that also give back to different causes which you can support with. You can message us at Delgado New York at Delgado New York on Instagram. And we're expanding shortly. And as well, you could find us, which I almost forgot, but this is going to be good. We have a holiday market
Ooh,
curated by Melissa from A Design.
Melissa, we love Melissa.
It's Make Your Market um, pop-up shop. It is going to be in Irvington. So stay tuned. Everything
What's
will
the
be
dates? Do you have
posted.
the dates yet or no? Not yet for the
Yes,
holiday.
so it's open till December 26th.
Did it
So there's
start
going to
the holiday? When
yes,
is it? Oh, it's
so it
open
already
already.
started.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So we're available. Come in, check out the designs, touch the fabric, get to know. And I'll also plan a pop-up where you get to meet the designer, which is me, ask me those questions.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here. This was so fun. Thank you for sharing all of those nuggets and your story. I'm sure that your story will definitely resonate with others and inspire other entrepreneurs. And guys, thank you for listening. We love you for listening and supporting the entrepreneurship journey. Make sure you share this episode with a friend, and we will see you on the next episode of Coffee with Cher. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Adios.